Hello everyone, what's going on? I'm Gav the Master974 back again today, and welcome to another Source Mod Showcase video. And today I'm actually going to be taking a look at a mod that I've worked on and made, Air Exchange Retail. Now this is essentially a port of the Air Exchange mod for Half-Life 2 Beta, just put into the Source engine, and so I'm going to take a little look at this today. Now I'm not going to play through the whole mod. I'll let you do that in your own time, but I do want to cover some of the changes that have been made. So let's get into the 2001 Air Exchange first, see if the game crashes, because it probably will. It doesn't. Okay, very nice. Yeah, that can happen, and I don't know why. I swear through debugging and testing, sometimes it just doesn't happen through debugging and testing, but when you play it through Steam, it just crashes, and I don't know why. But anyway, let's take a look at this. So this is going to be mostly the unmodified versions of 2001 Air Exchange maps. I've added some little details like this little displacement of the yellow powder, and that's just actually like a bush of that yellow powder right there, just to add a little bit of environmental detail. But let's just take this guy out because he's going to be distracting me. So yeah, I wanted to do this mod showcase today because there's actually some history involved with this mod that I did want to, disclose, because this is actually the reason why the whole Valve source code tutorial series even got started in the first place. So just for some context, I played I did the little playthrough of the Exchange mod back in around 2019, I think it was. And I got to AirX06, which is the last Air Exchange map, and realised there were some issues. And I thought, well, if you could just port this over to, the Source 2013 engine, then there's not going to be any issues. But, at the time I did see on the Valve Developer Wiki that there was a guide there that you could essentially use the %compile ladder tool and sort of make some changes to the code and make it so ladders like this, instead of using the Half-Life 2 ladder where you're essentially going from point A to point B, but it's just a straight line with no lateral movement, you could actually create ladders like you do in Garry's Mod and Counter-Strike, where you do have this sort of lateral movements that you can have, which is imperative for being able to actually create AirX06 the way that you're supposed to. So that gave me two choices. One is wait for the missing information mod to add that very simple code change, and then essentially port Air Exchange into missing information and do it that way. Or two, I need to go ahead and do all the importing of Half-Life 2 beta assets into Source myself. And so that is the reason why this whole Air Exchange Retail project got started in the first place. And as I said, that was back in 2019, if you can believe it. That's when I really got started with this project and with the whole Valve source code tutorial series of videos. I think the first attempt at the episode 0 for that series, I did that as a result of getting started with this mod, and slowly but surely I've gained more experience with source engine modding and just understanding the way that source code does stuff. So that's interesting, I feel, if you want a bit of history with myself and how I got into source programming and all that. Well, it's because of the Air Exchange mods and because of Half-Life 2 beta stuff. So it's interesting when you look back and just see how much you've changed since the beginning. And there's something I want to bring up in the Physgun tutorial that I did, or at least when I did a follow-up video for that. There's something I said, and it's going to be interesting when I get around to doing that. I really do need to get around to doing that video, actually. As well as the Molotov follow-up, because there's, that was just the way I did that video. There's some things I could have done better. But, yeah, I tried to keep this as basically the same as the original maps as possible, but you see I did this little section because there was no reason for, there's just no purpose to having this here. But I decided to make it so there's a couple ammo crates to give you supplies like Molotovs, as I just mentioned, slams, and batteries. And there we go, got some more soldiers to deal with. So there we go. Now, one thing you'll see, I did a video recently about flashlight wound issues. You see that I've not actually fixed that here, although you can kind of still see the blood. It's just like it's faded, but you know, that's something that I could do, maybe, don't know. There's droppable magazines. I think that's the weapon drop system. I know I've been asked about that before plenty of times, but all of these, you know, viewer suggested videos, it's going to take some time to get around to doing a video about all of them. It's just a lot of stuff that I said I'd look into. Maybe some stuff I won't do videos about because it's too complex or it's literally not possible. But, you know, it's the saying, you cross bridges when you come to them. So I've got other videos on my mind that I want to get done for right now. And some of the Valve source code tutorials just aren't on my radar at the moment. But, yeah, so I guess there's one other question I should answer if anyone's going to care about it, which is why I never even released Air Exchange Retail on something like ModDB in the first place. And I guess the reason for that, as I get gassed by the scanner, is that there's assets from missing information, like the OICW here, excuse me. Like, that's from missing information. The Molotov model, that's from missing information. And other assets in the mods. And I thought, well, you know what, I don't really want to be having any missing information assets. So if I can, I just like get everything from Half-Life 2 beta. But then I never actually went ahead and, you know, dug through everything and made the changes to remove all of the missing information dependencies. So that's something that's maybe going to happen in the future. But then, as long as there's no sort of assets from other mods, then like, it should be good. But yeah, that's the reason why I've never, you know, released this anywhere other than like Dropbox. And that's why that's happened anyway. So yeah, let's talk about the past as well. I mean, you would have saw that I launched into this mod in the very early Valve source code tutorials, and there was even a behind the scenes video that I did where I talked about the sticky launcher, because there's some buggy functionality with that for some reason, where if you had sticky charges in the world but then you ran out of ammo, the game would just be like, nope, you can't use the sticky launcher anymore. But anything I tried to do in Source just didn't work, but I did a test in Unity and it's like, yeah, it works. So something's going on with Source that causes issues. That's a very good sign, isn't it? Just hearing the stalker scream from beyond the door. Come on. Yeah, get fucked, bitch. Get fucked. Get electrocuted. So, yeah. I think I'll get to AirX02. AirX02 old, I should say. Now, you gotta be careful here because you can die instantly just like that. But thank God I did the autosave right there. Now, that guy is not going to get fucked this time. Yeah, you could deal with the other issue, which is the stalker that tries to, you know, stop the bridge, I guess. No, get... Oh, did you see that? I literally just sniped him and then died as soon as I shot the sniper. You know what? I might as well show it. You know, I'm not going to count deaths or anything, but yeah, it's because you try and go over here and then that stalker over there stops you, so you got to take that guy out. And I thought there was a ladder around here somewhere. Maybe it's somewhere else. Oh, yeah, the sound just stopped immediately. Oh, it's down this end, that's why. There we go. Yeah, so you could just do that and... Alright, that's this area. Oops. Yeah, but now that stalker dead, we can just go down this way without any issues. So yeah, at least try to make it so there's different paths you could take but most of that's just the original map. We go through here. We can actually shoot the fire extinguisher. That's all I need to reload. Like that. Go for the level transition. Yeah, so when I said about using like missing information models, it's stuff like these pipes where you see the corners look completely different. And that's because in Half-Life 2 beta, those would be completely different models. And so they'd look completely different. And for some reason I thought, yeah, just use like the missing information pipes or props borealis pipes instead of whatever Half-Life 2 beta used. So that's why there's going to be issues like that, which you'll see. But yeah, sorry for the bad gameplay. But hopefully I'll do better. But yeah, there's something interesting coming up that I wanted to show. So that's what I'm going to be doing here. But I just need to not get launched up into the sky like that. You just drop down like that. Instead, go down here. I'm stuck reloading. Good sign. Yeah, you don't want to drop down, otherwise you'll die. So you need to go here. Yeah, come back here. Come on, I've got to corner you. There we go. That's what I need to do. Yeah, you can see the Stalker melee attacks actually do damage. Very interesting. Maybe I should not have done that because I'm nearly dead. Yeah, I've done this. I've caged off this area so you can't just like walk on through. You might say, why the hell did you make that choice? Well, that's because they force you to go down this way. And there is a Stalker over there who's a troll. There's a Stalker over there who's a troll. Oh, look, there's a scanner, a wasteland scanner at the top who's a bit of a troll. Oh, and he doesn't die in one snipe shot. There we go. Yeah, I tried to make it a bit, you know, more realistic, I guess. So if you reload, then you lose 30 bullets regardless of what happens. So there's no magical getting ammo out of nowhere bullshit going on. I've got to take this guy out, otherwise he'll kill me in one hit. I told you he'd kill me in one hit. Oh, and I'm here. So I might as well turn cheats on at this point, because there's no way I'm going to get through that without... oh, wait, no, not no clip. There we go, God mode. That's what I need. Yeah, so I might... So let's just see what was supposed to happen. So we, activate that. So that opens up this door. And there's a tank. That's why I wanted people to at least encounter this area. Because then you're forced to take on a tank. And the tank doesn't fuck around now, does it? So you can use your explosives, like the Molotovs, or the slams, or the grenades on the weapons, like so. You definitely heard it took damage there. Just figuring out where I'm supposed to shoot it. It's taking its time. Yeah, it's there somewhere, so you just gotta keep attacking the top half, I think. Come on. Gotta die already. There we go. Blows the fuck up. And then when you take that guy out... Oh, I'm stuck reloading, Jesus. Yeah, the auto-reload bullshit's gone as well, so... If you need to reload, then you need to reload, and there's no way around it. So, interesting stuff. You need to shoot this to lower the drawbridge. That allows you to continue. So, yeah, that's why I made some changes. You might be wondering, why the hell have you done this? It's because people might not actually get to see this stuff. And, you know, it's like a way to force people to engage with this section of the map that they might otherwise miss. So, that is... Well, I'm going to get to the end of this old stuff. As you might have heard, by pressing that button, it opens up the chain link fence. So, you can go back down this way and go through here. That way you can come back to this area if you want to. Somehow that's supposed to make sense. Make it make sense. But now you go down here, get the batteries, which have the dynamic lights. That was from another Valve source code tutorial. I feel like that change. And you can just take and explore around this area because there is this ladder down here, which normally doesn't exist in the exchange maps. But you get to see this like pit where there's some smoke effects, and there's this area which looks like it's from AirX05, I want to say. So this would be where the door you'd go in, and then that would be where you'd continue. So you'd see that in AirX05, I believe it is. Up, sorry, stuck reloading. There you go, take that guy out. So, yeah, let me know if you play this mod, what do you think about it? If there's any, you know, pros, cons, anything, any bugs that you notice that could possibly be fixed. Because this has pretty much all been a one-man band kind of ordeal. Stuff that I've looked into on my own terms without really getting any other help from anybody else, and using other code and assets if necessary. But yeah, I just want to get out of here at this point because there is something else that I want to cover with this video before I sort of round the video off and leave you to play this for yourself. So here you'll notice you can just go through here, and what you'll see very, very soon is that the lift, come on game, the lift completely changes. What's this? Well, this is actually AirX03. There wasn't an old version of AirX03 as far as I know, so what I did was I pretty much said that regardless of if you start from chapter 1 or chapter 2, once you get to AirX03, the paths converge and the rest of the mod plays out as normal. And, you know, that would be like from the Let's Play that I did a very long time ago. So I'm not going to play through all of that here, but I wanted to show off the test room because that's something else that I've done. It's just a little test map where I have all sorts of weapons and ammo and stuff that you can use. Like there's the fizz gun here with the pellets, and there's the ability to reload pellets singly. You can, you know, not place pellets if they're too far away. If you try to reload when they're too far away, it doesn't work. And there's the ammo pickups for it. So that's all stuff that I've looked into. Fixing the fizz surfing issue as well, so you can't really do that anymore. So that's something else that I want to cover in the fizz gun tutorial. So, or fizz gun follow-up, I should say. There's the Combine Guard, but you can set him on fire with the Molotovs. There's the dropship, which does the ground attack. That's something it can do. Oh, and the Combine Guard can bonk you like that, and it really hurts. But this is the reason I wanted to play the test room, is because you can see some of the animations for new NPCs. Like my favourite one is this, where it's just spin like that, just constantly spinning. But we can create the scanner that does the gas attack. You see the citizens there with the, you know, AK and the SMG. You can spawn in the assassin that tries to kill the guys. Oh, the gas mask citizen's dead, so there's Combine soldiers. You can spawn in other guys if we want to. There's the wasteland scanner. That's actually a bad idea because it just crashed the fucking game. I wanted to show something off, so I'll just get into the game real quick and I'll show you what I wanted to. Yeah, that can happen as well. I'm sure if I was doing debugging, it wouldn't say anything about why that just happened. Like, it would just continue with no issues. So yeah, it's really unfortunate that this has issues that are like Steam only and not Visual Studio only. Or at least happen in Visual Studio. That way I could actually stop that from happening if there's a way to stop it. I wonder, did I add... Yes, you can actually press the use key on these like trip mines and it counts. But I wanted to show you this. This is a video I want to do eventually. The whole leaky particle effect, but it uses particle systems instead of in-game particles like Half-Life 2 Beta. And they interact with stuff like sloped geometry and you know, static debris, whatever, static entities. So that's something I wanted to do. And if you get the AI in a firefight, they might actually end up accidentally hitting one of those. And that's sort of why I wanted to do this in particular. Okay, that's not going to work. Yeah, there's like an NPC no visibility brush here, so they don't see you and the enemies don't see you, so they'll just fight amongst themselves. Ammo crates, yeah, ammo crates for the medium rounds, like the OICW. So, yeah, I think that's everything I wanted to do for this Source Mod showcase. At least I gave a little bit of history for how this whole mod started. You know, it's because I wanted a better air exchange experience than the Half-Life 2 beta one. And I just thought one day, you know what, I might as well try and port over everything myself. And it took a little bit of time to do that, and VMF update all the maps as well. And so we're in the position now where it's mostly fixed, I would say. And yes, you get these kind of random crashes happening. I don't know why. Maybe one day I'll figure them out and stop them from happening. But hopefully you'll check this mod out for yourself and let me know what you think about it. And I'll see you next time for another video. Hopefully another Source Mod showcase. I know I've got another 2, maybe 3 to do. But yeah, let me know what you think. Peace out, take care, see you later, have a great day, and enjoy Air Exchange Retail, guys.